The 4 key phrases for effective leadership. Words have power. A conversation can go from being enjoyable and constructive to having long-lasting effects by using only one poor word here or one offensive word there. This is especially true when a leader interacts with team members or employees in the workplace, where a single phrase can make or break a conversation. Words have such power because they can either make or break your leadership. When you are trying so hard to maximize your leadership effectiveness, using the wrong word can, at the very least, reduce it. In reality, obtaining achievements via connections is the foundation of good leadership. Senior leaders must rely on others to complete most of the tasks. If they don't, they won't have time to focus on their vision and strategic goals, which entails scanning the horizon for what will be required in the long run to realize their long-term vision. With this in mind, words take on the role of the master sail, directing talks to follow the optimal course for success. It's a bit of a Herculean task to assess the effects of each word that can be used in an encounter between a leader and an employee. 4 words deserve tremendous focus and study due to their capacity to elevate or derail a business conversation. 2 words should be avoided at all costs. They should never be used in any dialogue between leaders or between leaders and employees. They will always have the opposite of the desired result. Unaware of the potential harm words may create, many leaders use them frequently, which is unfortunate. The other 2 words in the first 2 entries are antidotes. They can completely alter the course of a conversation when used as stand-ins for the 2 detrimental words while yet having the desired good effect. The offender's words are but and why. The rescuer's words are what and. You could be disappointed by how plain and harmless the 4 words seem after such a fantastic build-up. But I can guarantee you that their ability to spur on success or stifle enthusiasm should not be underestimated. Even if you want to know why a team member completed work in a particular manner or why one of your colleagues took a specific course of action, the first entry's why is a bad word to use when you are involved in employee engagement. It doesn't matter how innocuous or neutral you phrase the word, use the best tone and surround it with flower bouquets. When the word why enters our minds, we get defensive. It's interpreted as a judgment by our brain. We begin to feel guilty and feel the need to explain ourselves. So, how can we stop the negative response that the word why causes? We merely introduce what, our 4-letter superhero. If what is used instead of why, the discussion's entire dynamic is altered. When what first enters the scene, it invites you to describe your activity or behavior in an objective, unassuming manner. There is no judgment and, as a result, no defensiveness. You have no objective other than to inquire for information. It communicates the idea that all you're doing is attempting to comprehend. For instance, what prompted you to carry out the task or act? What was the justification behind the action or task? What kind of reasoning went into the task or action? Even worse than why is the word but. But it is just why with more energy. No matter how wonderful the remark that came before it was, the term but can refute it. As an illustration, imagine you tell a teammate, Kai, you did a fantastic job on that task, but I would have liked to see it a bit earlier. Adding the word but alters the statement's entire tenor and tone. Regardless of the slight offense, what began as a compliment rapidly changed into what was regarded as a denigration of the person's performance. Consider the situation with Kai. You're attempting to compliment something done well while piggybacking on that compliment with something you'd like to see done next time. In other words, you're taking a task that was effectively performed and suggesting a way to improve that performance even more. There is no piggyback with but, though. The initial portion of the statement is eliminated, which is the reverse of what is intended. In a simple expression, there is no benefit to the word but. You've probably already guessed it, using the word and is a great technique to get around the but conundrum. In light of this, you might now remark to Kai, Kai, I adore what you did with that task, and the next time, I'd prefer to see it sooner. It makes it possible for the initial word to be heard by the listener. Additionally, it's a neurolinguistic cue indicating this is the next step you would like the person to take. If you wish to increase the effectiveness of this strategy, employ alternatively, you may say, "Kai, you did a great job on that task. What do you think about carrying it out sooner the next time?" Now that you've posed a query, you want to know what the respondent believes. So, while the first usage of "and" is permissible, the second is an effort to get the team members' buy-in. Additionally, you've allowed your employee to inform you if an earlier delivery time is feasible. Few team members will initially refuse, most will respond, "Sure, I'll do that." The second example gives a team member a chance to answer yes while expressing any reservations they may have about carrying out the request. This can then be followed by asking the team member for advice on how to carry out the earlier project delivery. How challenging is it to eliminate "why" and "but" from your vocabulary, two words you've probably used for a long time, and replace them with stronger proponents of empowerment? It is possible to alter the pattern more rapidly than you imagine if you use a methodical, three-step approach and work on it daily. The approach consists of these three steps. Learn to recognize the pattern. Every time you utter one of the two words, you mentally make a note of it. "I'm using the word, and I'm now aware of it," you can tell yourself. Break it up. When you become aware that you are engaging in this habit, you must stop it as soon as it starts. You must catch yourself and apply the brakes as quickly as possible. Run the new syntax, say "what" rather than "why," and rather than "but." Every time you do it, a new neural pathway is quickly imprinted. In a leadership position, our language can encourage team members to join the corporate adventure or prompt them to look for a different one. To possibly have such a significant influence with so few words is a journey worth going on. Subscribe to receive notifications about new content. Don't forget to like and share. Asued Management Consultants. Leadership, sustainability practices, facilities,